One for the Gipper, Ben Roethlisberger, letting his family, his friends, his teammates know, his close confidants. He's saying, hey, this is my last year, all right? And if you look back, Ray Lewis did this to Baltimore. It was this storied, kind of thing where Ray told the team, like, hey, this is my last year. And everybody said, all right. And then they go fucking win a Super Bowl. And it's like they rallied around Ray and wanted to celebrate Ray and send him off in the right fashion. Jerome Bettis with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Super Bowl was in Detroit, his hometown. It was like the Steelers allegedly wanted to send the bus out, because the wheels on the bus go round and round. They wanted to send the bus off on the proper note there. Now, Ben Roethlisberger lets the ones closest to him know, hey, I agree with what everybody's saying about me right now. All right, body doesn't feel good at all. Not throwing the ball anywhere near like I used to, even though, I feel like I can still sling it, which he drops a couple dimes. Even a couple of his throwaways. So he had a couple throwaways while he was getting hit that he was maybe on like the far hash. And I was like, is that going to make it to the sideline? Because I saw like a Raven DB running. I'm like, oh, is this going to be a pick? And it was like 15 yards in this. I'm like, oh, he's still got a fucking hose.
Yeah, slinging it.
I mean, he still has an absolute hose. He's an incredible player. His resume is huge. But I think he sees what everybody else sees. And he saw that, meme from earlier, gif from earlier, where he rolled to the right and just literally attacked the ground. And then threw the ball at the same time. I think he has gotten to the point where he recognizes that and allegedly has told people around him, like, hey, this is going to be the last one. What if, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and the boys say, hey, Ben deserves something. Let's go on and get a run. Or are the Ravens in trouble? Are the Ravens in trouble? I think those are the two talking points that are coming away from this particular game. Let's go to the COVID cowboy, Tone Diggs, Pittsburgh Steeler fan himself. Tone, your thoughts on the win? Great to beat the Ravens. People have to remember, the Browns in Cleveland went to Baltimore to become the Ravens. Baltimore and Pittsburgh have hated each other in a rivalry fashion since that day Cleveland went to Baltimore because people in Pittsburgh hated Cleveland so much. So it wasn't like the team's going to move and we're going to forget about that. There was, come down to the South Side, pick up a bat and smash a car that was painted in the Baltimore Ravens colors, basically, the week leading up to Ravens games, back in the heyday. You got to remember, Flacco won a Super Bowl. Those Ravens teams were incredible. The Steelers won a Super Bowl. Those Steelers teams were incredible. Been in the same division as the former Browns. So these are massive games. And you heard Bill Cowher kind of talk about, like, hey, this is a good Steelers-Ravens game. And now, a little bit of a snoozer in that first half. I mean, it was tough to get through that.
Yeah.
There were some vitamins that were hitting at a particular time that felt like the melatonin level was lifting in my body quickly while watching the goddamn football that we were watching. But inevitably in the end, second half gets hot. Big 2-point conversion decision. I mean, Harbaugh said all of our corners were hurt at that point. So Harbaugh said, hey, ain't no way we're going to overtime because we can't stop a goddamn thing. Even Naj is a hell of a player. But I like that he went for it. I hate that Lamar Jackson is going to get buried because of the way the games have gone in the last couple weeks. But is this a turning point for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Tone? You were out of it last week.
Yeah.
We were actually moment of silence for the Steelers' winning record, Tomlin's winning record. And then Tomlin after the game was basically like, everybody can fuck off. It sounded like. I love that, Tone. You got to feel pretty good.
I feel great. Because beating, like you said, the Browns, beating the Bengals, that's all good and stuff. But this is the rivalry. This is the one that matters. A lot of people on the internet are saying this, and Toby said it best. Ben might not be as good as he once was, but he's as good once as he ever was. Yeah. And yesterday he was that. It was awesome. Lamar always stinks against the Steelers because they make him throw and he can't throw.
Jeez.
Tone.
He had a sidearm. Made a couple plays. Mark Andrews, if he makes that one spectacular one early and then end of the game, that's just
2 points.
That would have been insane. If he would have caught that would have been
TJ Watt is Defensive Player of the Year. He's missed 2.5 games and he's leading the league by 2 sacks. I think he's got 16 on the year already.
Oh, that's JJ Watt tweet.
He's probably going to break the all-time single season sack record. Yesterday was awesome. Are they back? I don't know. We'll see what happens on Thursday because that one it's easy to get.
Football.
It's easy to get up for. Listen. Oh, captain, my captain, we're here. Ben's last game at Heim potentially against the Ravens. Like, that one's easy to get up for. We'll see what happens on Thursday.
What's on Thursday?
Vikings.
They stink, dude. They just lost the Lions, but you
Which
tied.
is worry.
No, you guys tied the Lions. You should beat them too.
True.
They're better.
Yeah, because you guys are the
I
same
wish
exact team as the
football
Lions.
worked like that.
Well, the thing we are learning about football is nothing seems to really.
Nope.
No.
Week to week.
The
I mean-
Vikings just beat the Packers. That was like a week ago.
What happened? This is this year, though, and it's just full chaos. Put that playoff picture back up there for both sides there. 13 in the AFC, 12 in the NFC, but the Giants, who aren't on the graphic, can somehow still get in.
Oh, yeah.
Like if they start winning some games. It is very fascinating to be 8-4 is the top of the AFC. Right? And in a 16-game season, that wouldn't be normal after week 12. There'd be some 10-2 team. There'd be maybe even 11-1, depending upon the dominance of a team. 8-4 is crazy. And with how many games we have left for most teams, as opposed to tonight's game, obviously, and the Colts have a bye next week, which is congrats to them, man. They made it through here.
Huge.
They made it through. I mean, that's a lot. But anyways, with the amount of games that are left, everybody can lose 4 games. I mean, there is still a chance that anybody could win 5 games or even – because I thought like if the Colts lose, they're out last week. That's not the case at all. 7-6, they're about to be in the wild card after this bye week comes because they have more losses than teams that are currently in the wild card. Somebody's going to lose. They'll get in there. I mean, it is wide open in the AFC. And then